Hello everyone, this is Miss Binns here. Today I'm going to be showing you how to play a card game today, and this card game is called Clock Patience. Now this is just a little tip for parents as well. This is a great game for helping your child learn how to tell time. So if they are particularly finding telling time on an analog clock quite challenging, this is a great variation of how your child can learn what the clock face looks like, and you can cut up your own. They could even do this, make their own minute hands and hour hands, and you can ask them to show you what 6 o'clock looks like, what 8:30 might look like. But of course, depending on the age of your child, if your child is a little bit older, you can go into talking about what 1/4 and 1/4 would look like on an analog clock. And of course, if your child is in upper key stage 2, they'll be looking at to the nearest 5 minutes or 5 to or 5 minutes past as well. Now, the key to this game, there's a clue in the title, patience is the key. It may take you a few attempts to be successful at this game. I know that it's taken me once at least 10, 12 attempts in order for me to complete it absolutely completely. But it's really great fun, and it is a really great way to learn to tell the time as well. So on a big surface, you'll need to make a clock face with your cards, but they need to be facing down. And of course, before you do this, you need to have shuffled your deck just to make it fair as well. And all the cards are all completely at random. Okay, so there you go, there's my clock face there. And you basically deal out your cards, and you also need to make sure you have got a pile in the middle of your circle as well. So okay, so in your decks you should have at least 4 cards per pile, okay? Now, unfortunately, I have just realised I have got 1 card missing, so this probably is not going to work for me, but it should work for you. So, starting in the middle, you turn over the card, and this card is the 6. So the 6 o'clock is down here, so I'm going to put the 6 down where 6 o'clock would be on my clock. And then I take the card from underneath at the bottom of the pile, and I flip that round. Oh, it's 6 o'clock as well this time around, so I put that in the pile. Now this one is 10 o'clock, so you go to put the card on 10 o'clock, and then I take the card from underneath that pile, and you keep going. Oh look, 10 o'clock. I didn't shuffle these very well, of course. Now, as you go through the cards, you just continue to fill up your clock face until you completely run out of cards. Now, if you do get a king, for instance, then you need to make sure, now Jack I've put as 11 o'clock, so Jack is 11 o'clock, or another Jack. There's 8 o'clock, 8 o'clock, 7 o'clock, 4 o'clock. Here we go. I've now got a king. So the kings go into the middle of your clock face. And the aim of the game is to make sure you have completed the whole of your clock face before you get all 4 kings in the middle. If you get all 4 kings in the middle before your clock is completed, then unfortunately it's game over and you'll have to start all over again. So let's see how far I can get with this game. Oh dear, I unfortunately I've run out of cards because of course I'm missing a card for some reason. So I've now got all my kings in the middle. I have no more cards that I can pick up. So unfortunately my game is over, and unfortunately I didn't manage to complete my clock. I've still got quite a few cards in each of my piles. I didn't manage to complete it. Oh well, what I would have to do then is collect up all my cards, really make sure that my cards are really shuffled this time, because of course, as you can see, they are now in their corresponding piles. So have a go, see how you get on. I would love to hear if you enjoyed this game. Also, for parents, cards are a fantastic way for helping children with their mental arithmetic skills in particular, and it's just a great way of varying their maths and making it more fun and a little bit different. So for instance, for your younger child, they might be familiar with the game Snap as well. So you put your card down, and if the card matches, you tend to say Snap. But you could vary this up with their number bonds to 10. So the two cards that I've got to match up, I've got to make 10. So for instance, Jack or Queen, 2. Oh, well, 2 add 7, oh, that makes 9. So those aren't number bonds to 10 just yet. Oh, here we go. 7 add 3 is my number bond to 10. So that would be a Snap. So it's just a different way of playing card games, but also getting your child to practice their mental skills, and they're not even realising that they're learning because they're having so much fun. With your older child, you could vary up just practicing some mental math skills of just putting, say, 3 cards down. And you might say to them, right, you've got to multiply, so you've got to do 2 times by 1 times by 3 as a bit of practice, or I would sometimes say ace is 11, so you could say 2 times by 11 times by 3. You could also get your child to make a 2-digit number. So for instance, I might do 4 and I might do 9, so I've got 49. Can your child give them 2 minutes? How many different ways can they make 49? So things like 40 add 9, practicing their partitioning skills, but also varying it up. They should know that 7 times by 7 makes 49. They could also say, well, 20 add 20 add 9 will make 49, and so on. So these are a great way, variation, using cards to help with your child's maths.